Greetings, Benjamin J from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, another delivery from eBay. Excuse me. This is a Marx 999. I found this on eBay for 12 bucks. It was originally listed for 40 bucks. And I contacted the seller and I said, look, this thing is just junk. I buy these things for parts. Anyway, he made a counter offer. I made a counter offer. And I finally wound up offering him 12 bucks for it and he declined it. Like, okay. And about 5 minutes later, I got another offer from him for 12 bucks. So he decided to go for it. Anyway, this is in absolutely dreadful condition. I bought it for parts. So let's take a look at it. It is covered in rust. It's missing the front and rear trucks. It's been sitting obviously for decades, untouched. As you see. Alright, it's missing the front lens. I bought it for the motor for parts actually. And as you see, it is just absolutely dreadful condition. Just eaten alive with rust. There's no real damage to it. The shell itself, other than missing the number board and the lens, is in decent condition. But it is just literally covered in rust. It looks like it's been dropped, as you see. So anyway, bought it for the motor. I was just really curious to see if I could get this thing running. Yeah, it's been dropped, it looks like. The rear of the motor is out of position really badly. I can't do this with one hand. I might be able to pull this back up. I'll have to pull the motor up. Anyway, no time like the present. Put the camera back on the tripod. I'll just hold this thing up so you can see it. So that side is not bad. This side, as you see, and the thing is just literally eaten alive with rust. All right, let's pull the motor out of it and see if we can get it to run or buzz. This thing has been sitting probably 40, 50, 60 years. There's a lot of rust on this thing. And you can see this right front wheel has begun to turn white. All right. So there's the motor itself. It's definitely been dropped. There's no doubt about that. It is tweaked big time. So, first things first, before we do anything else, we'll grab some oil. This is standard 30-weight motor oil. I'm going to put a drop of oil. Oh dear. Focus the camera. I'm going to put a drop of oil on the brush plate. As you see, turn it over and put one big drop directly on that output bearing. Let it suck down in there. It flows directly down into that bearing. Well, just doing that made a tremendous difference in how this thing turns. Lubricate that, just so we're not fighting it. This side isn't bad at all. It's nice and loose. All right, good enough. Pull the camera off the tripod. So 12 bucks. I bought it for parts in really, really poor condition, as you see. The question is, of course, will it run? Only one way to find out. All right, power is on. Let's see what happens. Absolutely nothing. I hear the E unit. We're starting to get some movement. Now these brushes and the armature are covered in oxide. You hear it's beginning to buzz. A bit of movement in the armature. All right, we're going to cheat real quick. Let me grab a can of water-resistant silicone lubricant. Now, I'm going to take this and spray it directly into the armature. Just like that. As you see, it's trying. There we go. Zoom, zoom. Because once you get these things running, it will usually bust all of the oxide loose. And they will actually begin to run. Now this thing has not moved in decades. There's no doubt about that. You can hear how dry it is. So, in any case, the motor alone is running, so 12 bucks is a good investment. The thing is really, really badly bent. It's been dropped. There's no doubt about that. So, as I said, the shell itself is in decent condition. There's no real damage to it at all. It's missing the lens, it's missing the number board. But there's nothing wrong with the shell. And the motor, a bit of cleanup, lubrication, getting it straightened out. It's going to be a great motor. Obviously, it's going to run well. No doubt about that. Hear how dry it is. So, 12 bucks on eBay. I'm happy with it. The parts alone are worth 3 times, 4 times that much. So, anyway, I just want to do a grand unboxing. As I always stress, don't overlook the junk. You saw the condition of this thing when I took it out of the box. It was dead as a proverbial hammer. And what did I do? 2 drops of oil, a quick shot of silicone lubricant to get the armature and the brushes somewhat clean. And the result is you have a running motor. So once this is lubricated, cleaned out, it's going to run just absolutely splendidly. I have absolutely no doubt about that. So we'll see. I just wanted to do a quick video of the unboxing. It was definitely worth the $12, no doubt. E-unit works. You have all the parts. It's intact. It's complete. Bent, yes. Like I said, someone's dropped this. I have no doubt about that, or thrown it. Very likely dropped it. These always fall motor down, because that's where the weight is. And obviously hit right there and just tweaked this entire front crossbar. So I pull it off and straighten it out, lubricate it, get the oxide off. I mean, this is just genuine rust. But should be able to scrape that off with no problem at all. The motor, or the wheel, has begun to get intergranular degeneration, but very likely that's from the rust touching the top of this pot metal. So it's intact. It hasn't begun to disintegrate yet. Anyway, we'll get that cleaned up. And it's going to be an up and running motor. There's no doubt about that. And it's already running, so, and I've done nothing to it yet. So just a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.